friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear.
Well, good morning, Calvary Baptist Church. We're glad to see everybody here this morning. It's a beautiful Sunday for everybody to be out. So I'll open up with prayer and then we'll go on as soon as we can get Hank sitting down. Okay, are we ready for prayer, everyone? Okay. Okay, I'll have it. Dear Lord, I thank you so much for this little church, dear God. Please bless America. Keep us safe. Be with all the victims that's had this virus. And just be with them and keep them safe. Be with our servicemen and our women who put their lives on the line every day, probably, and even the police. Be with all the churches so we can stay open and have our freedom to come and worship as we please. Be with all the sick. And be with Tim as he gives the message today. And be with me because this is all new to me, dear Lord. In your holy name, amen. Amen. I want to welcome Dino to church today. Good seeing you, Dino. I don't think there's any other visitors. But it's really good to see you all.
There's people in the back row that have masks on. I'm not.
And gloves.
Sorry. Hey, let me just make a quick announcement about that. They have said with regard to masks, are we requiring them here at the church? No. They say that the main thing about the mask are that it won't necessarily keep you from getting it, but it will keep your breath from getting out on anybody else. So if you have any concern at all about you may be having something, I'm not wearing a mask because in the past when I've tried to wear a mask, people can't see my face and they can't understand what I'm saying. And so I'm not going to force anybody. I've asked people at the church. We had a discussion about it Wednesday night. And we just really have not seen any evidence of it in this area. If we start to see evidence of it, we are going to end up requiring them. But I think that we've, as far as I know, still only had 4 cases in Brooke County in 2.5 months. And again, I'm not going to fault anybody about wearing masks because it does, help to prevent from spreading the droplets. That's basically what the mask does. Unless you have one of those that's an N95 or higher rating, the mask will not prevent you from getting anything that's airborne. But it will keep you from spreading the stuff from your breath. Am I right, Diane, your nurse?
The other thing they suggest with the mask is it prevents you from touching your own mouth, nose, or something, because the mask reminds you don't touch.
Well, and that too. So, anyhow, people may wonder what our policy is. And by the way, it varies. I talked with my brother, Aaron Jim, from New Mexico. They've got a completely different situation out there. They have not even been able to have services. In fact, he said this was the 6th weekend in a row that they've shut the city down. On Friday evening until early Monday morning, they've shut down everything. And he said during the week, since the middle of March, during the week, everybody was required to be basically in their yard or in their homes by 8 o'clock in the evening. They've got a lot of cases out there. But again, I just kind of make that as an announcement, and I do appreciate you being here. We're here to worship the Lord, and appreciate Janet filling in. So,
Okay, open your hymnals up to 807.
yes.
Oh, morning responsive readings on 8:10. Love the Lord your God. If my people, which are called by my name,
shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law and the prophets.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor.
Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the kings and supreme, or unto the governors, as unto them that are sent by him, for the punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well.
For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men, as free, and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of God. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king.
Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength.
Thank you.
We have a few announcements. Tim got some things from a yard sale or whatever. But anyway, there is suntan lotion in the back, and it's name brand. So it's in a box. So everybody's welcome to go back and get them a bottle of suntan lotion. And also, all the ladies that sew, there was all kinds of sewing patterns back there. So you can go through the patterns and take whatever you need.
You may want to hold those up as visual aids so
right
that they
here.
know. That's the pattern,
And this.
and this is the sunscreen. I'd stopped by a yard sale up the street here, and the guy's uncle is a pastor at the family church in Weirton, Craig Greathouse, and they said that they've given them lots of stuff. The lady runs a business out of her home, and they had a whole bunch of stuff, and they said, we'll give it to your church. So if you need some sunscreen, it's back there.
I might need it for work because I've been getting sunburn on my face.
And if any ladies end up sewing, there's a whole box of patterns back there if anybody's interested. So help yourself. We do appreciate their generosity.
And the new Daily Bread books are in the front there, so you can get one of those as you go out if you'd like. The offering plates, you put your offering in as you leave. So that's all taken care of. And we also, business meeting, we moved it up to this Wednesday night if nobody objects. Because Clyde and I were going to be out of town the next week. So we'll do business meeting this coming Wednesday instead of the following Wednesday.
Yes.
Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, and if you do.
And we have birthdays, and we have one that I know of. It's Tim. He celebrated a birthday this week. And Sherd Pardee had a birthday this week. So we can sing happy birthday to Tim. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God celebrating their 9th anniversary this year. Yeah.
Wow.
So, that will do the offering hymn.
You got that food box in here.
Oh, yeah. Are we doing the Salvation Army thing now?
If anybody wants to bring in
Yeah.
food for Salvation Army, we do have a
Yeah.
collection box back there, and we can get that. And one of the things that we may deal with on Wednesday night, I hope to, is what do we do about, activities like we used to do, the get-togethers and that sort of stuff. We'll have some discussion about that, even jam session. I don't know yet what we're going to do with regard to that. For right now, we're just doing regular services, and there's a lot of churches that haven't even started that yet. For instance, Open Door out the road, I don't think that they're going to open up until the first Sunday in June. So, but anyhow, that's some of the stuff we'll be dealing with at the business meeting on Wednesday.
Okay, you want to do another song?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 353, Victory in Jesus.
We'll do it.